Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, the Forest Training Clown came with the damage cap update, and as you guys have been seeing over on my community tab, we have been putting out polls to see what teams you guys want to see for breaking the damage cap. So make sure to go check out the community tab right now. There should be a poll up for the next team that you guys want to see for breaking the damage cap. But you guys voted yesterday on shooters. So today we're going to dive into the Forest Training against Clown, and we are going to utilize a weakness against shooter teams. So the team that we're going to be rocking looks a little bit like this. Now, shooters, they're definitely not in a position where slashers and free spirits are. If you guys have seen some of the other shorts I've been putting out, we've been really testing the damage cap and seeing what disgusting numbers we can hit. So, like, numbers over 100 trillion damage is completely possible. And now with having level 150 characters, you are going to be able to hit some ridiculous numbers over 1 trillion. The cap does come down. I know someone on Twitter did the counts. I was talking to my boy Papi about it, and the damage cap seems to be around 27 trillion now. But that requires you to have every character on your crew level 150, including the support rare recruits, which is a massive, massive factor. So today, as I mentioned, this is the team I'm going to be going in with. We are cheating just a little bit, just a smidgen with our girl Nami, but obviously we are utilizing the shooter goat that is Kizaru. Now, since Garp's release, you can do some fun stuff with Ace, Kizaru, and Garp, bring another Navy character, and then you're just sort of cooking with like every single character being Rainbow because of the 4 Navy characters. I was testing some stuff, I was doing some shenanigans and stuff like that, but honestly, like, this seems to be one of the better sort of setups that I could get going for this particular team. So what we're going to do first is we're going to use the ship special. Khalifa allows you to get your ship special max at the start of the quest, and with the coded Sunny, you actually get a damage reduction conversion buff, which is very, very nice. Now, we don't really have anyone else that can give base stats besides Luffy and Lucci with their super swap, but well, their captain shift. So we do have Nami here. Nami's actually going to apply the base stats, plus she can give weakness. However, you do need your captain to be slasher or striker, so I just quickly reloaded the game and made sure that Kizaru is my captain, not Khalifa, and then I just brought the friend captain Khalifa, so that works out pretty hunky-dory there. Next, we can use the Khalifa super type. She's going to give us a color affinity buff. It's only 1.75, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, at least it is some sort of color affinity buff there too. We can use the EX of Nami to give a little bit of resistance down for strikers and slashers. We have the VV support on too, just for a little bit of extra damage there. We can use the EX of S Snake. She's going to give us some more resistance down for strength, dex, and quick characters. Then with her special, she can actually give us an orb buff and a tap timing bonus. She applies the love ability too, but look, that doesn't really matter that much. Next, we can use the EX of Kizaru now. Kizaru is going to just allow super type slashes and super type decks, all that fun stuff. And then with his special, he can actually give the middle row 6 turns of cooldown, which means that we can get Nami's special back nice and easily. We're going to save that for the end, though, because we do want to make sure we have a full board of tandem orbs. I think we'll still have it regardless, but at the same time, we do want to make sure that we do have that ability. We're going to super swap with Zoro and Kaku now. That's going to give us an overrideable attack buff. The overrideable attack buff is very important for Khalifa, because now she can actually override that, and she's going to give us an attack boost. We already have the orb boost, and now she gives us that perfect weird tap timing buff that not a lot of characters actually have too. We can now use Zoro and Kaku. Zoro and Kaku are going to give us some chain shenanigans by increasing our chain boost. Then we can use the captain shift of Luffy and Lucci. That's going to put them into the captain slot. It's going to allow us to get a double conditional booster off. However, with this particular team, I actually totally forgot to put on the support for Brook, so that way you get an extra 1.5 times damage, so that's going to look a little bit lower than what we want it to look, but at the same time, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, honestly. Like, it's an extra 1.5 times multiplier. Honestly, it's kind of large, but at the same time, like, we're here now. We might just run it back quickly and then just, like, cut back to this point and then see what the damage looks like. We want to target the quick unit. That's the one thing that I forgot to mention. We are going to try and target the same character whenever we do these particular runs. And with Zoro Kaku, I think Nami's part of Zoro Kaku's super tandem ability. Is she? Yes, she is. Perfect. So, again, we're cheating a little bit with Nami here, but, like, at the end of the day, it's not too big of an issue. So, here we go. We're going to rush with the S-Snake unit. As I mentioned, we are targeting 1 unit as if this was like a super boss event. And then we can go into Caulifla. That's going to hit into Zorokaku. That'll trigger the Super Tandem, which will get the Super Tandem boost from Kizaru as well. As we have an Egghead character. We're going to hit with Kizaru here. Beautiful. So we're already cracking. As you can see there, we already cracked the 1 trillion damage. And then with the final type Luffy Lucci, I have the Sabo support too. 1.6 trillion, clocking out at about 1.3 right there, which is pretty tasty stuff. All right, so I decided to dive back in, and I did actually bring that extra support, the Perona support on Zoro and Kaku. This is going to be a really good like showcase of the difference between having 150 support, even though it's just stats, on a character to compare to having like a support rare recruit that you might only have at 99. It is like going to be like imperative to utilize support rare recruits at level 150 now, and it's just going to take a lot more resources, take a lot more summoning, all that fun stuff, and it's exactly what they want you to do. I actually went through and cleared over 100 box space with just support rare recruits that I had just lying around, which is really, really handy. On top of that, I think I did the specials wrong, and I now have the 3.5 orb boost from S-Snake instead of having the regular 3 times orb buff. I think I did that wrong. But like, let's see what the damage looks like now. We're basically going to tap in the exact same order, and let's see how we go now. So we're going to tap with the Rush of S-Snake. I do wish we had a way of getting a little bit more HP. And again, having like supports that are either rare recruits or support rare recruits that you can get these 150 stats on are going to be incredibly important in the future too. Plus, it's going to be really interesting to see that if you have less buffs, but more 150 characters, if you are breaking that sort of damage cap and still doing some insane numbers with just pure raw 150 power. So it's going to be very, very interesting for team building in the coming future as well. So hitting there with Kizaru, 1.7 with Kizaru now. So that's a massive, massive jump. Like, absolutely massive jump. And then 2.9. So now we're up to a 1.66 with the shooter team, with obviously the help of Nami on there as well. Remember, this is Rush 5, Super Tandem level 5, Final Tap level 5, support Super Tandem level 2 as well. So, beautiful stuff there. Obviously, like, we're not going to be able to die here because of the weakness and all the love, we have delay, like all that fun stuff. So I'm going to wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you do, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Remember, head over to the community tab. Let me know what team you guys want to see next. Obviously, Free Spirit, obviously Slasher, those teams are going to be the big ones. Eventually, we will get to them towards the end, but for now, let's try some of these lower teams and see what damage numbers we can absolutely cook up. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's